Okay, let's think about this for a second. The press release. That thing PR has relied on for, what, a century? Imagine it's, well, kind of on its way out. Sounds pretty dramatic, doesn't it? Today, we're diving deep into what's driving this, especially new tech, and how it's really shaking up the whole public relations world.
Oh, it is dramatic, but it's also, well, necessary. It's an evolution that had to happen. Journalists are just drowning. I mean, absolutely swimming in generic pitches day in, day out. And audiences, they want stuff that feels real, relevant now, authentic. Speed matters, connection matters. So yeah, this deep dive is all about AI. Not just changing PR a little bit, but truly transforming how we build relationships, how information flows, how trust works.
All right, so our mission here is to pull out the key stuff from our source material, the piece called The Death of the Press Release, how AI is reshaping the future of public relations. We want to figure out why this old tool is losing its grip, and crucially, how AI is stepping into that gap. Okay, let's dig into that death of the press release idea first. What's really going on? Is it just that journalists are overwhelmed? Or is there more to why they're, losing their punch?
That's definitely the heart of it. The sources really emphasize that journalists are, and I quote, drowning in generic pitches. Try to put yourself in their shoes for a minute. Hundreds of emails. Daily, most completely off base, the traditional press release. Often it's just this one-size-fits-all blast. It just adds to the noise, In today's world, the media, the public, they expect content that means something to them, delivered fast. And it needs to feel genuine, not like some corporate broadcast. That old static mass market approach, it just doesn't cut it anymore. Doesn't work.
That definitely paints a clear picture of the problem. So, okay, AI comes in. How is it moving beyond just like fixing things? How is it actually reimagining the whole PR operation? What are the key things it's doing?
Yeah, its impact is really across the board. Transformative is the right word. First off, forget static releases. We're talking dynamic, real-time story targeting. Think about it, not just sending out a release, but having AI check a journalist's current social media, their latest articles, maybe even sort of gauging their focus from recent posts, and then bam, tailoring a pitch for that specific moment, that specific interest. It's about the right message, right person, right second. And second, AI leverages machine learning, basically teaching itself from tons of data to understand what individual journalists actually prefer, what they cover, how they write. This means it can match a story idea to a reporter way better than any human could, honestly. The chances of them actually engaging, it goes up, like exponentially.
Wow, okay. So really moving away from that scattergun approach to something incredibly precise, messages that might actually land. Can you give a quick sense of how that customization works? How precise can it get?
Absolutely. That leads to the third point, customizing messages at scale. AI doesn't just match interest. It can adapt the message to the outlet's specific tone, even the reader demographics. And it's not just slotting in a name. AI can scan, say, thousands of articles from one publication, figure out their editorial angle, the words they use, sentence structure even. Then it reworks your message to fit right in, makes it much more likely they'll actually use it. Fourth big thing, real-time success tracking. PR pros can now see immediately what's hitting home, which headlines get clicks, which outlets are responding, and use that data like right away to tweak their approach for the next pitch. It's this instant feedback mechanism. Wasn't possible before.
Okay, and there's one more aspect you mentioned which sounds really significant, AI democratizing PR. What does that actually mean for people trying to get their stories out?
Yeah, this is huge, really huge. Think about it. Powerful media outreach used to mean big bucks, an expensive agency, or a large in-house team. Now, AI tools can help small outfits, even like solo entrepreneurs, find the right journalists, craft personalized pitches that actually sound good, and track how well they're doing. Imagine, say, a small indie game developer. Suddenly, AI gives them the kind of reach and precision that used to belong only to the big players for way less money. It genuinely opens the field up. More voices, more innovation getting through makes powerful PR accessible.
It really does sound like we're shifting from just shouting information out to something much more, well, intelligent and responsive.
Yeah.
So connecting this all up, this isn't just about new PR gadgets, is it? It feels bigger.
Exactly right. It's not just a tech story. It's fundamental. It's about how reputations get built, how stories take hold, how trust is established in this digital age. We're moving away from just pushing info out there towards real engagement, personalized, driven by data, respecting people's time and attention. It's about earning influence through being hyper-relevant.
So wrapping up this deep dive, what's the main thing we should take away as we think about where communication is heading?
I think the core idea is really getting your head around how public communication itself is changing. Its very essence. It's moving from that old one-way broadcast model to this dynamic, almost one-to-one personalized engagement. And it's happening right now. So the takeaway is to think about what that means for building trust, for building influence in a world that's increasingly shaped by AI. And maybe, a question for you to think about is what other fields, what other bedrock practices and other industries might be next? Which ones might see AI trigger similar, really radical transformations?